protect you. Call today for a free estimate. Protect your home. Protect your family. Security Screen Masters.
You travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIMERS, Arizona's motorcycle lawyers.
The Good Life is calling your name. Your next chapter could be your best at a Trilogy Lifestyle community, reinventing resort living for the modern world. Live the life you've imagined and celebrate the good life every day. Explore new paths, feel and look your best, and fill your life with fun and new friends at a Trilogy by Shea Holmes Resort Community. Private tours available daily at all 4 Phoenix area locations.
The latest runway looks, a preview of Scottsdale Fashion Week tomorrow.
Homestead News Alert. We've got a plane that went down hard. This is not far from the Beeline Highway, south of Fort McDowell. This was an emergency landing, as it's been described. We understand there was one person on board, and hard to believe, but as you can see, the cockpit there is pretty much intact, and the person on board was not hurt. He probably set it down there. You can see the wheel marks right there as well. Set it down, and then it probably tumbled. No word on why the plane exactly went down. We will follow this story. We'll have more for you, although those wheel marks may be from another vehicle, so disregard. But at any rate, we're keeping an eye on it. But again, an update tonight at 6, and we believe the one person on board is fine, but the plane, not so good.
Pregnant woman taken to the hospital after her home goes up in flames, and this was a pretty big fire, as you can see here. As all that left is basically the skeleton of the home. It's a charred skeleton, what's left of that home. The fire taking place in the area of Cave Creek Road and 26th Street, and firefighters had some obstacles as they tried to put this fire out. Anita Roman has the story.
Nearly 40 firefighters from 4 different departments spent several hours putting out a house fire in Cave Creek. Cell phone video shot by neighbors captures the intense scene.
I mean, you saw flames. It was just an inferno, an absolute inferno.
Diane and Rick McDougal say their dog Missy woke them up just before 1:30, the flames visible from their living room window.
The deputy was out here, told us we should get our dogs and birds and go.
According to firefighters, a woman 6.5 months pregnant came home to find her front porch engulfed and called 911. And CSO sheriff's deputies showed up first.
She had left her grill, gas charcoal grill, burning when she left the house. And then when she came back, she found that the front porch was fully engulfed in flames. The sheriff's deputies were saying they were actually chasing her dogs, getting the dogs scrambled up. And then because she was so excited by what was going on, she was hyperventilating and so forth. So they went ahead and transported her for safety.
The first problem firefighters encountered when they arrived on scene to battle this blaze is a lack of water. Tanks like those are the only source.
We had 4 tankers, and probably the smallest one was 1,500-gallon tanker, and we continually shuttled them for the last 6 hours nonstop. We've probably thrown 50,000 gallons of water at this fire so far.
Another problem, the metal roof collapsed. According to the chief, that just fueled the fire.
They're on a water tank out there just like we are, so water's a big problem up here.
The McDougals are relieved their neighbor is okay, and breathing a sigh of relief the fire didn't spread, because the situation could have been just as bad at their place with the lack of water.
That's kind of like spitting on a fire.
Anita Roman, Fox 10 News.
Crews from Daisy Mountain, Cave Creek, and Phoenix assisted in getting that fire put out.
A man injured during a garage fire in Glendale. Fire crews posted this video on Facebook. Flames spreading through the home near 75th Avenue in Union Hills. We're told the victim burned his hands, but is expected to be okay beyond that. It's not clear how the fire started. News tonight at 5, it's a medical breakthrough that could literally save millions of lives, and it could be coming to the U.S. in just a few years. Mark Martinez live now to tell us all about it. Mark.
Yeah, John, it's a cancer treatment and vaccine that has been studied in Cuba for 25 years and made available to the public there 5 years ago. And now with our steps towards normalizing relations with Cuba, it could be heading to our shores. And it's been shown to stop cancer cells from growing and has increased life expectancy of people with lung cancer, and all with few side effects. Doctors here in the U.S. say it's a very promising weapon in the fight against cancer.
I'm very excited. I think that generally we're looking at ways to treat patients that are less toxic, that don't cause a lot of side effects, and work.
Dr. Santosh Rao is an oncologist at Banner MD Anderson Cancer Center in Gilbert. He says the lung cancer vaccine from Cuba called Sinovac, which has been shown to significantly increase life expectancy in lung cancer patients in that country, could soon offer new hope for people battling the deadly disease here in the United States.
Most of the studies have shown that it does something and that it extends life. The question always will come up, is it better than some of the new therapies that we have that also help the immune system function better?
In Cuba, Sinovac has been not only used as a treatment for people with lung cancer, but also as a vaccine for high-risk groups like smokers since 2011 to prevent cancer from developing in the first place. The hope is that it could soon be a life-changing drug for cancer patients in the U.S., but it could be years before U.S. trials are completed.
I think that vaccines are a really exciting area in cancer treatment, and they have experience with this vaccine. It's cheap, and it seems to be effective for a lot of patients. So I do think that it has a lot of promise.
And Dr. Rao says another benefit of Sinovac is that it's cheap to produce, and again, it doesn't have those side effects of a lot of the toxic medicines used to fight cancer. And if everything goes as planned, it could be ready for use here in the U.S. in about 5 years. Reporting live, Mark Martinez, Fox 10 News.
Very interesting. Thank you, Mark. Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson, could be the next person to end his campaign for president. He is suspending his campaign. Carson said in a statement that he sees no path forward to the Republican nomination and says he will not attend tomorrow's GOP debate in Michigan. Dr. Carson planned to officially address his future on Friday.
It's interesting. That's kind of hometown territory for him. So odd that he wouldn't participate, even though the path doesn't look very good. We just mentioned tomorrow night's debate, and our Steve Kraft will be in Detroit. He just arrived in Michigan. We'll have complete coverage of that debate tomorrow night on Fox 10 News. You can also follow Steve, of course, on Facebook, and he'll be tweeting throughout the debate as well.